Howdy tubers. Let's get this party started right. Let's get this party started quickly. So this boat is basically a square with a triangle on top of it, which is a stupid shape for a boat. So when you use some plastic card, you might have some laying around from an old notebook or when you swore you'd get those spell cards organized. Just going to want to cut a little piece of this. I kind of got this idea from a Reddit user, Oh God Don't Do It, who had posted some pictures of a boat where he had used plastic card for decorative woodwork around the front. And then another Reddit user, Luingo, had suggested that I wrap some cardstock around to round off those sharp corners a little bit. So I'm going to do both at once. Just cut out a quick shape here, not much thought, and hot glue it on there. The hot glue will be hot enough to change the shape of plastic card, so you might want to either give it a few seconds before you apply the plastic card, or make sure you hold it nice and flat. But that being said, you can use temperature to change the shape of plastic card on purpose, which is kind of nice. So there's that. I like to take a popsicle stick that's cut off at a nice angle and kind of dig around all the edges where hot glue got squirted out, and it really helps with the paint job, I think. There they are, black bombed. Okay, for the first brown, just something dark. I think this is a burnt umber. You know the drill. Just thicker in some spots than others. Leave some dark spots shining through. Dark spots shining through? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, then dry brush with a lighter brown. You know how to dry brush, so you don't need to see that. There it is, dry brushed. Okay, the front I was going to have be wood, but I decided to paint it metal because why should a crappy rowboat not have a reinforced metal ramming front? Now, I'm going to put some felt on the bottom of these because the board they'll primarily be used on, we spend a lot of time, heartache, and worry on, and I don't want these shitty boats to scratch up my river. So a little felt should prevent that. Nice even coating of white glue should be enough to hold that on there. We'll find out. Now this would be held on with rivets, I guess, so I'm just going to take a Sharpie to color those rivets in. It was faster than a paintbrush. You might ask yourself, why would the rivets be black? Well, they wouldn't. They would be the same color as the other metal, but then you wouldn't see them. And yeah, there you go. Needed a little detail. Not going to put actual rivets on there, so Sharpie will do. Anybody got any hints, clues, suggestions for me getting a hold of Captain Wolfman? Alright, anyway, back to the bow. I'm going to put some rust effects on it with some Harvest Orange. Just a pretty stiff, round, bristled brush. Kind of stipple it on there lightly. If you get it too heavy in a couple of spots, you can just kind of dab with your finger to lighten it up. But a good variety in how bright it is in different spots really adds to the effect. So don't be afraid about it being too bright. But yeah, Captain Wolfman, what's up? I've tried any way that I know to get a hold of him through YouTube. If anybody has any suggestions, please let me know. I'm going to cut some felt for the bottom of this. You can see there I slipped off a little piece of wood I didn't even realize. So you can, when I was using the X-Acto. But I noticed, yeah, see. So just take your original wood color, dip your finger in, smear it on, it's disguised. I disguise scratches in the furniture around the house like that all the time. The wife has never noticed. Trim it up a little bit. Be careful not to catch the actual boat. I don't know that I'd call it an actual boat. That's not quite fair. Same deal. Nice smooth spreading. And that'll do it, tubers. Alright, like, subscribe. I'll see you next Sunday.